got basically three guys pretty much fighting for one spot. If you look at the way things break out, what do they have to show you?
Well, I think it's always a case of, first of all, how the roster ends up looking as we go here through the preseason games. It may come down to, the two sides of it, right? Is it a need for the roster by position or size or whatever, or is it whoever's playing the best and you just, right? So it'll be interesting. I think you can make a case for just about everybody, and we'll start dialing that in a little bit right now.
Has it felt competitive amongst some of those guys early in camp?
For sure. I mean, we do a staff vote every single day, and that vote changes every single day. So you can tell it's competitive, yeah.
Is it a matter of them elevating their game or them adapting to what you need specifically?
Well, I think most cases, Doug, are they going to be able to understand what we're doing, execute what we're doing, not make too many mistakes, be opportunity type scorers. And again, I think that being on the same page out there and being able to execute at both ends so that you're fitting in is always right at the top of the list. Competitive fire and drive, are you going to compete and play super hard? That always is 1A probably, 1 and 1A. So it'll be interesting. It's a battle for sure.
Last guy in was Josh Jackson, right? I mean, he's the last guy into the addition.
Probably.
Why him, and what were you looking for there? Like, what was?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that his strength lies at the defensive end, right? We feel like he's one guy that can and has had some success and experience of like going out and full denying a hot player, or has the speed and athleticism and some length. To just kind of be one of those guys that's a nuisance on defense, right? It's kind of his thing, so that's why we have him in and we're looking at him.
Can you talk about Scottie's jump shot? Has anything changed with it?
I would say it feels like it's better, and he's making more in the rhythm of what we're doing, right? He's not hesitating to take them at all, the threes. He's still doing the rest of the stuff. He's kind of got that long, slow, strong drive, where he puts it in the basket. He's got that kind of pull-up thing that he does when he's got a size advantage, but the frequency and the confidence with which he's letting them go is certainly on the rise.
More general young player questions. Is there anything you notice about young players coming into the league, the changing landscape of youth basketball? Like, is there any ways that they're maybe ahead of where they used to be or behind where they used to be in the past?
Well, I don't know if that's changed all that much. It's always, for me, I always say it takes a while to understand NBA defensive spacing schemes and terminology and stuff, and it just takes repetition and time for them to be good at that end of the floor first and foremost. And then it comes down to, can you take your drill work to practice? Can you take your practice to, as the lights continue to get a little brighter, the preseason game, and then can you make those shots that you're making in your drills and things when it's real, right? When it gets more real, and then that progresses through the season. Can you make them in the season? Can you make them clutch games? Can you make them in the play? There's all levels that you need to be able to continue to do that to get there.
What was your message to Scottie at the end of last year?
My message? I don't know. I mean, I think that we were all talking about, what's his ceiling? What's his ceiling? What's his ceiling? And for me, it's he continues to play as hard and competes as hard as he can. All that stuff will just, with experience and time and skill work and the skills improving, right? We'll just keep heading towards that ceiling. That's it. But I think that's a challenge, right? I think it's a challenge. The kid played hard last year, and the kid competed last year. Right, and can you continue to do that each time the ball goes up?
Do you see a difference in his body from where he was back in May?
I mean, it appears to me, yes. I mean, but every time I saw him this summer, I would go, wow. I mean, it can't be true every time. Like every 2 weeks I see him, he's like, man, he looks. But he's in great shape, and he's really looks strong, And I think the good thing is he feels it as well and is using it, right? He's a physical player, man, which is good.
Rico was here yesterday, and he talked about Pascal being a little meaner than he's been in the past.
Yeah.
With Scottie, did he have that already? Like on the court? I mean, I know off the court, very easygoing,
Yep.
happy-go-lucky, but is that meanness there, or would you like to see more of it?
Well, I think we probably saw it again, a competitive drive from him that he was, he'd refuse to leave without putting it in the bucket. Maybe sometimes 3 of his own shots or whatever, or just cracking a guy and getting him, creating space and laying him in. That to me is competitive. I think he has a really good blend, and I think both of them do. They are guys that play with a smile on their face a lot and move around the practice gym and move off the floor with a smile on their face a lot. But I think they got a good blend of competitiveness as well.
I'm good. I'm feeling amazing. Amazing.
What did you want to do in your second camp, drawing on your experience from last year? What did you come in here hoping to establish?
I was just hoping to come in here in shape, be ready to play, be ready to run, doing the same things I usually do on both ends of the floor, just making an impact on both ends of the floor. So that's really what I was hoping to do.
You came in last year, it already felt like you were comfortable with this group. Maybe that's just your nature, you're comfortable wherever you are, but how much different is it this time now? Knowing what you know?
I would say it helps a lot because now I really know most of the plays, so I'm not out here lost, trying to figure out what to really do. So I'm just coming in here being comfortable, being able to know where I'm at, being able to try to help other people as well.
Scottie, last year Nick talked about you being more aggressive as a scorer. There were a couple of times where he kind of asked you to be a more aggressive scorer in order to open up some playmaking lanes. Was that just because you kind of grew up more of a playmaker? It was a little bit of an adjustment for you?
I would just say he really just gave me a lot of confidence out there. I remember a lot of times during the season he was just saying, go, go, go. It was just giving me a lot of confidence. Even times where I was even looking to pass him, being in my backyard saying go, it just made me be really aggressive. I would say that helped a lot. So I would just say he just really gave me confidence on the floor to just go be aggressive, attack, be fearless.
Do you feel like going into your second year, that's going to be just like a quick, right away, you'll be more aggressive?
Whatever the team needs, I'm going to do whatever the team needs. I'm not looking to force anything. I'm looking to play within the offense, within the system. That's really what I'm looking to do.
Freddie told us earlier this week that it was really only one time where he felt he had to sort of verbally or get into you last season. Do you remember it? And if so, what was that like? What was said?
I don't really remember, As a team, we always talk to each other.
Yeah.
That's what.
In a positive way. I don't mean
Yeah.
it's coming at you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes each other better, When we all talk and communicate with each other, that makes us better. But I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm sure it happened a couple of times,
Okay.
How do you think being on this team helped you as a rookie? A lot of times guys who are drafted as high as you are, the ball goes in their hands right away. It's kind of trial and error. Wins aren't really, part of the equation. But you kind of joined a team that had a lot of established guys, was planning to win right away. And how did that help you, or maybe, did you have to put some of your game on hold?
I would say it was really a perfect fit, to be honest. Me being versatile as I am, being able to go out there on the floor, helps on defense a lot when I can switch. They allow me to be who I am, pick up full court, be able to allow me to play freely on defensive end, as well as the offensive end, me being able to go attack, them giving me that confidence, like I said. I think it was a perfect fit, and I'm just blessed to be in this position.
When you were drafted, there were some questions about how you and Pascal would fit on the floor, but it worked out really well. You guys were really well offensively and defensively together. Why do you think you and Pascal fit so seamlessly together?
I would say, I like to pass the ball. Pascal's a really gifted scorer. When I pass the ball to him, most of the time it's an assist. But it's not that hard to play with these guys. These guys make a lot of the great decisions. They've been here for a long time. They know their chemistry. So me just coming in, I feel like I was being able to fulfill a role and me being able to do what I do. I fit in very well with these guys. I feel like we all give each other that confidence to be able to trust each other on the court. So it was not that hard being able to play with him. It was easy.
And how does your jump shot feel compared to last year, now going into your second camp? Do you feel a lot more confident in it?
I was just shooting right now. I felt pretty good, you know. I was making a lot of shots, so right now it feels really good, you know. So I can't complain, you know. It feels better than last year, you know. But that's just the work that we put in. These coaches, you know, they are on us about shooting a lot, trying to give us development better each and every single day. So, yeah.
Did you tweak something? It looked like your stance is a little bit wider, but that just could be my imagination. Is there any little technical thing you tried to incorporate over the summer with your shooting?
I was just trying to still work on the basics. A lot of form shooting, trying to be able to flick my wrist more, and just really trying to hold my stance. It was really just the basics.
And when you think about shooting, who do you look around your team or around the league and think that's a style, that's an approach to shooting? I wish I could shoot like that.
I wouldn't say I really take anybody's game or anything like that where I say I want to shoot like this guy or that guy. Of course, we all want to shoot like Steph Curry, you know. I mean, he makes a lot of shots, you know. But, you know, everybody can't be Steph. But, you know, I'm just trying to be able to get my catch and shoots down, couple off the dribble, you know, sticking to the basics.
Be like Clay then.
I guess. Be like OG.